Good afternoon. Today I would like to discuss a subject that's not only very important to me, but to many others as well. Today I'm going to discuss teen suicide. Just hearing those words make people emotional. When someone experiences the loss of a loved one, especially by somebody so young, people question, what could I have done? Why didn't I see the signs? The realization is that people doesn't even recognize sometimes that there is sign. Some signs are dramatic changes in personality, issues and turmoil with friends and family and loved ones, difficulty sleeping, difficulty concentrating, signs of depression, difficulty with eating. Sometimes they express the thought that no one cares or nobody listens. They sometimes can talk about committing suicide. Some people express themselves in writing words or poems or songs, usually depicting something of death. And some people actually plan for a while to take their own life. Again, this is something that is unique to the individual. Warning signs, there's no strict pattern that people take. So again, you have to look at the individual person. And some of the survivors, kids that have attempted but have not taken their life, have reported that bullying is another form of reasons for suicide. Bullying, when I was a kid, was out on the playground or on the school bus. There wasn't the technology that we have today. The technology we have today, a lot of things happens behind closed doors. And let's face it, our children, even when we were kids, weren't the greatest at talking to our parents or anybody in authority. So now that things are even more confined, more closed, it's harder to even realize that there's a problem going on. Most kids that have survived, when it's discussed, they said they just want to end the pain. And I believe that's probably the fact for most suicides. The top 3 methods of teen suicide, as you can see here: hanging and jumping, an overdose, and using a gun. When you look at the stats, it puts more realization of depression, the depression the person must have been feeling, the no hope. Because to be able to do the first two, the hanging and the jumping, in my personal opinion, that takes a lot to be able to do such a thing. So that tells you their hopelessness. Research also shows that males are more likely to die from suicide. Females, they're high on suicide attempts, but actually committing suicide, it's the male teens that have the higher stats. On a good note, though, suicides have decreased since 1990, and I believe some of this is attributed to the suicide preventions that are out there, the education that has been given to our children. Again, one of the leading factors in in suicide is depression. And depression is the leading cause of suicide in our youth today. With it, of course, comes with the peer pressure. It can be financial issues, substance abuse, some type of failure or loss, such as breaking up with someone, not winning that game. These are some of the signs, or some of the causes. But again, depression is the leading cause. Depression. It affects about 1 of every 10 people. That's a lot of people. Medication can help alleviate the feelings. There are a variety of different kind of medications out there for depression, different depression medications. But I truly believe medications are not the only answer. I believe that individual therapy also has to go along with that. I think that our loved one needs to know that there's somebody out there that they can talk to who's not judgmental, who's going to listen and keep that information confidential, and someone to help them work through their problems. And review, this is a very important subject. It's something that needs to be discussed. It's not something that needs hidden in the closet. The more we speak about these things, the more education that there is. Hopefully from all of that, we can simply save one more person's life. Thank you so much.